Major John Madden. My Mexican nickname is Juanito. In my tiny house in Acamal, Mexico. It is so newly remodeled that there's a lot of finishing touches. The running power for hot water and for my shower, which is a real luxury in Mexico. It's going to be an awesome thing. And there's a light fixture hanging exposed there. I want to do a story about open heart and solid boundaries. One of my teachers has been Brené Brown, who I call the wise woman for our time. I think her TED Talk on shame is still the most viewed TED Talk of all time. And she talks about the dialectic between open heart and solid boundaries. That her social science research shows that the thing that's most connected with emotional health is open heart. But you need solid boundaries too. And that makes sense to me because if you know how to put up solid boundaries when you need them, then you're more free to open your heart. I want to tell a story about I used to not be very good at solid boundaries. I'm a yes guy, enthusiastic, a supporter of people. But long before I ever heard that Brené Brown thing just a few years ago, there have been a couple times in my life that solid boundaries kicked in. And I want to tell one of them. Yesterday I was making videos about Nancy Duffy, the most famous woman I ever dated in Syracuse, New York. And she was the most beloved news TV person in Nashville, in Syracuse, New York. And she was raised Catholic. She had been in the convent. Her first year out of college, she spent a year in the convent. But when she left the convent, the first thing she did was travel with the circus for a year. So that pretty solidly got her out of the convent. So she had gone on to all kinds of other spiritual stuff, but she had that Catholic anchor. And she told me one day, there's a Catholic priest visiting Syracuse who's doing healings. And he sounds like the real deal, and I'd like us to go, we each go get a healing from him. So we did. And I went in first. And he was asking me about my life, tell me about your life. And after listening for a while, he says, well, John, and I was just wanting a healing. Healing, that's great, good. So I was opening, softening myself, lowering my defenses. And at one point he says, well, John, we're not actually going to do a healing with you because what you need is an exorcism. And I went, excuse me? Yeah, because you practiced all these forms of meditation. And what happens when a person meditates is that Satan comes in and takes over your soul. So we have to do an exorcism. So it was quite the reorientation because I was opening, and then I went, what? And I went, no, I don't think so. No, pretty solid. I'm getting a solid no on an exorcism. And I said, yeah, Father, thanks. I really appreciate your positive intention. And I think I'm like, I'm kind of leaving. And I went out, Nancy, get out of here. He's a maniac. So that was a really good experience because I wasn't good at that, but something in me said, yeah, no, we're this. I didn't even have the term solid boundaries. I don't think they didn't even teach us that in grad school, clinical psych grad school. I don't think they even taught us that. But yeah, here's my. How do you do the two fingers? Like no, fuck you. get out of my face. You need an exorcism, you asshole.